Hello everyone! Today we will learn how to talk about the future in Turkish. What will you do tomorrow? Where will you go this weekend? Will you come to Turkey next year? By the end of this video, you will be able to easily form your own sentences about the future. Let's get started. First, let's learn the rule. In Turkish, we use two suffixes for the future tense, acak and Ecek. Which one we will use is determined by vowel harmony. Actually, it's much easier than you think. After seeing a few examples, you will understand this right away. Now let's create our first sentences. Gelmek means to come. So, you will come means geleceksin. Koşmak means to run. So, I will run means koşacağım. As you can see, we first take the verb, then add the future tense suffix, and finally add the personal suffix. This system applies to all verbs. Now let's pay attention to a very important detail. In some verbs, a small y letter appears. For example, read means oku. So, she or he will read means okuyacak. This y letter prevents two vowels from coming together. It makes it sound more natural in Turkish. Now we have come to one of the rules that students mix up the most. In other words, we call it the ketchup rule. So ke changes to yumuşak g and te changes to de. For example, ben yapacağım or biz gideceğiz. O gidecek or o seyredecek. At first, it may seem a bit surprising, but over time, it will feel completely natural. So how do we say that we will not do something? First, we add the negation suffix. You will not come means gelmeyeceksin. We will not take means almayacağız. Now we can express not only our plans, but also the things we will not do. Now I will give you a very important tip. In books, I will come is geleceğim. But in everyday conversation, people sometimes say, I'm gonna come, which is geleceğim. Similarly, I will do, I'm gonna do. These are frequently heard in spoken language. First, learn the correct spelling, then recognize the usages in everyday conversation. Now, let's learn to ask questions. Will you come means gelecek misin? Are we going to play means oynayacak mıyız? Pay attention, please. The question suffix is always written separately. This is a very important spelling rule in Turkish. Now we can ask more detailed questions. When will Murat arrive? Means Murat ne zaman gelecek? How are you going to get to school? Means okula nasıl gideceksin? When will mom have the food ready? Means anne yemek ne zaman hazır olacak? These questions are used very frequently in daily life. Now let's read a short story and correct the mistakes on the slide together. If you want, you can pause the video and see how accurately you can say it yourself. Now let's say the correct versions of the sentences together. Yarın Antalya'ya gideceğiz. Otelde kalacağız. Ben denize gireceğim ama kardeşim girmeyecek. O havuzda yüzecek. Akşam güzel bir yemek yiyeceğiz. If you pay attention, all the verbs in this story are in the future tense. What did we learn today? Future tense suffixes, vowel harmony, linking letters, softening rule, negative sentences, questions. You can now comfortably talk about the future. Before finishing the video, let's recall 3 important points. First, pay attention to vowel harmony. Second, the linking letter Y is used when necessary. Third, the question suffix is always written separately. If you pay attention to these 3 rules, you will use the future tense much more accurately. Now it's your turn. Write a sentence in the comments about what you will do in the future. For example, I will study Turkish tomorrow. Or you can write your own plan. I will be very happy to read your comments. If you found the video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next Turkish lesson.